ご安心よマスター。
いける。
前、避けられない一戦。
当たりだ。
必ずや勝利を。ストライクエア。指示マスター。前、ストライクエア。
代価を払っても我に力を。
前、この明かりはエクスファイバー。活性剣解放。指示マスター。ストライクエア。この明かりをエクスファイバー。かな経験解放。前、
俺を信じ不可能はない。
ストライクエ
避けられない一戦。我に力を。
ア。前、ストライクエア。この明かりはエクスファイバー。経験解放。はっ、この明かりをエクスファイバー。経験解放。前、この明かりをエクスファイバー。
よし。
再創生を果たしたあなたは英雄の旅に完璧な終止符を打ったのです。
人の本質を変えられるものは記憶。残念、その逆だよ。
受け取れ、私の最後の裏切りを。
至福より覚め、我と共に天へ昇る交流となれ。山のうなり、竜の方向、天地を支える。
さあ、愛しの開拓者、忘却の海に沈んで私のお客さんになってちょうだい。長よっていい夢を見るのにぴったりなの。みんなさよなら。自分勝手な調和の行進、あんたにできるの？
黎明の底にある。そしていずれ昇る烈日も。
新しい命が芽吹いたらその種は死んでいなければならない。
我が名は炭鉱開拓の道を守る者だ。
さてと、この世界に真の長世を与えよう。開拓よ、まだ見ぬ結末を記せ。
天地を支える。
さあ、愛しの開拓者、忘却の海に沈んで私のお客さんになってちょうだい。長よっていい夢を見るのにぴったりなの。
With the Era Nova now complete, you have granted the hero the perfect conclusion.
What can change a person's nature? Is it memories? Unfortunately, the result is just the opposite.
My final rebellion.
Rise from your dormancy and follow me as soaring dragon of the wilderness. Mountains roar, dragon, rise! Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
So come, dear. Sink into the sea of oblivion and become my guest. The Evernight draws near. Time for some sweet dreams. Until we meet again, everyone. Self-righteous pathstrider of the harmony. You think you can do that?
You know that the dawn is there, and the blazing sun destined to rise.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead.
I am the one who guards the trailblazer's way forward.
Now, let's bring the true Evernight to this world.
Let the trail blaze, write an ending unlike any that ever was. Write an ending unlike any that ever
To this world.
Let the trail blaze, write an ending unlike any that ever was.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon. And good evening. It's a pleasure to be back for the version 3.6 Back to Earth and Evernight special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert. We also have the honor of inviting 3 passengers of the Astral Express to spend some precious time with us today. Let's give them a warm welcome.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be back on the special program. I'm Himiko, the navigator of the Astral Express.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Hung, the Express's guard.
Long time no see, dear viewers. I am Sunday.
I'm very happy to see you all again. It's always nice to meet old acquaintances.
Thank you, Mr. Albert, for inviting us. You're still as lively as always.
It feels like we've only met yesterday. I can't believe it's already been so long.
Reuniting with old friends is like a bird returning to its nest. It's good to see that you're doing well, Mr. Albert.
To be perfectly honest, I've been really looking forward to seeing you all again. It's like having a family reunion.
Mr. Albert is welcome to come visit the Express more often. I've even gotten some inspiration from Amphorius for a new style of coffee.
Well, I'll definitely visit if I have time. But let's first get to today's main topic. In the previous version story, the Trailblazer took on the role of the Deliverer, bringing new hope to Amphorius' deadlock. With the combined efforts of our companions, both inside and outside Amphorius, this world has completed its final flame chase journey according to our will.
We also forced Lygus to compromise with us. Without that genius's constant meddling and obstructions, we have an even greater chance of defeating Iron Tomb.
Miss March, or should I say Miss Evernight, provided critical assistance on this front.
Definitely. She helped the Trailblazer break free from the Exomyth and return to Amphorius, and she also handed over the core flame of world-bearing to us.
Even though she looks quite different, I still believe that March is on our side.
But it feels like Evernight has a dangerous aura about her. What exactly happened to March?
Yeah, those jellyfish floating around here don't look like they should be messed with.
The situation in Amphorius is changing rapidly. Based on what Miss Evernight said, it seems she also has her own ideas about Era Nova.
Mr. Sunder is quite perceptive. In the version 3.6 story, Evernight will attempt to save Amphorius by implementing her own idea of Era Nova.
Her own idea? Would it deviate from the plans we made with the Chrysos heirs?
Even though Evernight has good intentions and won't harm the Trailblazer, her plans do indeed clash with our current concept of deliverance. So Evernight ends up interfering with the Trailblazer's plans through certain means.
Time is running out. There's no more room for hesitation, Miss Himiko. I wish to return to Amphorius.
But you've only been back for such a short time, and it's too risky with all the dangers Amphorius has shown.
Any risk is worth it as long as we can bring back the Trailblazer in March and reunite all the Express crew. You would do the same in my place.
You're right. I should have known you'd say something like that.
Since Amphorius is a world enveloped in Memoria, there must also be something I can assist with. Miss Himiko, I will do everything I can to help them return safely. I also believe that Miss Black Swan will make the same choice.
You kids. Promise me that you'll take care of yourselves, all right?
I will.
Of course.
My heart! I'm so moved! Oh, the Astral Express family must be brought back together. However, due to the time dilation inside Amphorius, Don Hung may see some serious changes once he's back on Amphorius.
Is this the sacred tree in the Grove of Epiphany? Why are all its leaves dyed gold?
Only a few grains of sand have fallen through the hourglass, but already so many years have passed. There is something melancholic about it.
There also seems to be a few strange creatures here.
These are actually twisted monsters when the Garden of Recollection's mimetic life forms merge with the Destruction's golden blood. They're preventing Don Hung and the Trailblazer from reuniting. In order to make our journey go more smoothly, I'll present some intel here about the head of... In order to make our journey go more smoothly, I'll present some intel here about the head of these monsters, the I-Core Memo Sprite, Judge of Oblivion. This monster's specialty is that it can target a single ally character and launch multiple single-target attacks. If the target of the Judge of Oblivion's attack is protected by a shield, the Judge's toughness will be reduced after the attack.
Looks like you'd ideally want a character in your team that provides shields when fighting this monster.
Exactly. In addition, before the Judge of Oblivion uses its ultimate, we have to manually select an ally character to take the most damage.
I see.
Also, in the version 3.6 story, we will head into and explore the great tomb of a nameless titan.
Nameless? Is there a 13th Titan outside the 12 we know?
This is the deepest ruin in Amphorius. After it is stripped of its mythical embellishments, the colossal storage matrices flicker incessantly, recording an unknown past.
Oh? An unknown past?
Uh-huh. We learned previously in the story how the two paths of erudition and destruction have influenced Amphorius. This world is less a place where paths intersect, and more a place where paths battle to the death. And now, the path of remembrance entanglement with Amphorius' millions of epochs will also be brought to light. I'll let you in on a little secret. Perhaps it all has something to do with a certain pink companion? Okay, now let's take a companion? Okay, now let's take a short break. So we'll resume when we're back.
All right, so March was drawn into Amphorius for some unknown reason, but she also transformed into Evernight? What's the relationship between the two of them?
Well, according to what Evernight herself said, Evernight symbolizes March 7th's forgotten past, and she's existed up to this point in order to protect March 7th's future. We learned from the 3.4 storyline that March 7th, who appeared to be encased in ice on the Express, actually entered Amphorius before we did. Evernight only shows up when March 7th's life is in grave danger, which means March 7th must have encountered serious trouble during her time adventuring alone.
Grave danger.
That's...
She symbolizes the forgotten past. That means Evernight's formidable powers could also originate from March's unknown past.
Don Hung and the Trailblazer aren't the only ones on the Express hiding mysterious powers. Of course, March 7th has always been the most precious thing to Evernight, and the one she'll give everything to protect. So even though her intentions are good, Evernight is willing to do whatever it takes to protect March 7th and make March's wishes come true, regardless of the collateral damage. You've got to be careful around her.
Actually, there was something in version 3.5 that I've been thinking about this whole time. Those memo keepers from the Garden of Recollection who tried to trick the Trailblazer seemed very afraid of Evernight. The memo keepers left as quickly as possible when she appeared. Is there some connection between Evernight and the Remembrance?
No, we can't reveal any specifics right now. But the Remembrance is not a unified faction. Different sects and memo keepers all have their own agendas. Evernight is very aware of the plot that the Garden of Recollection is currently scheming, and she hasn't held back in dealing with these memo keepers to clear the way for the Trailblaze. Naturally, she became someone they wish to avoid. All right, I'll leave it to everyone to find out more of Evernight's story in the game. Next, let's see what Evernight does in combat. Evernight's forte is working in sync with memo sprites. Her memo sprite is called Evie, and it shows up as a little jellyfish next to her when she enters battle. Evernight can increase the crit damage of all memo sprites on the team. The more remembers characters on the team, the bigger the increase.
Fascinating.
When she summons the jellyfish during combat, Evernight gains Memoria. Accumulating Memoria will gradually increase the damage dealt by the jellyfish. After reaching a certain number of Memoria stacks, the jellyfish will immediately take action and deal damage to all enemies.
Her combat style is completely different from March's previous styles. It's much more intimidating.
It seems that if you want Evernight to perform better in battle, you need to accumulate a lot of memoria and trigger the jellyfish to self-destruct as much as possible to deal more damage.
Exactly! When Evernight or the jellyfish's HP drops, Evernight will gain a certain amount of memoria, and both herself and the jellyfish will gain buffs. Here comes the key point. When she uses her ultimate, Evernight deals damage to all enemies, and she and the jellyfish will enter a special enhanced state called Darkest Riddle. In that special enhanced state, the damage dealt by Evernight and the jellyfish is increased. After Evernight uses her enhanced skill, she'll also gain extra memoria.
Even the jellyfish changed to a red and black color. Evernight in this state seems much more dangerous.
Why is Evernight always holding an umbrella?
This umbrella is her little assistant. When she's facing enemies, it becomes her weapon, dragging the enemies into the Evernight.
Oh.
After using her technique, at the start of the next battle, Evernight increases all ally member sprites' crit damage and gains some points of memoria. Alright, now let's take a look at our other companion who gained a new form. Don Hung per Mansorterai.
So, what happened to Mr. Don Hung? How did he gain a new form?
On his journey to find the Trailblazer, Don Hung encountered obstacles in the shape of both Evernight and Teravox, demigod of Earth. After obtaining the power from Bipeder Lunay's Azure Dragon, Don Hung took another step forward on the path of permanence to protect his friends and save Amphorius. He unlocked the powers of Permansorterai, powers that only belong to him.
The Golden Dragon soars above the lands for one reason: to protect all.
It seems as though Don Hung's powers this time are related to the earth and mountains, unlike his water dragon form from before. Overall, he also seems a lot more composed.
This trailblazing expedition through Amphorius has strengthened my true inner desire. I want to do all I can to protect my companions. Permansorterai's powers come from this desire.
Having taken the Earth Core Flame, Don Hung also becomes even more closely tied to this world.
So, is this why Mr. Don Hung is now taller?
Amphorius's earth creatures usually have powerful builds, like mountain dwellers and dromuses. I suppose that growing taller is a side effect of accepting the Earth Core Flame.
Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the world can one's path lead to everlasting existence. For the person Don Hung is right now, aligning with the to everlasting existence. For the person Don Hung is right now, aligning with the way of the world means to share the same fate as Amphorius. In the future, Don Hung will continue to explore the way of the permanence and look for more possibilities within the permanence.
After gaining these new powers, I can
lead to everlasting existence. For the person Don Hung is right now, aligning with the way of the world means to share the same fate as Amphorius. In the future, Don Hung will continue to explore the way of the permanence and look for more possibilities within the permanence.
After gaining these new powers, I can provide my team with comprehensive protection during battle. When using my skill, I will designate one ally character as my bondmate and summon Soul Dragon for them. At the same time, I will provide a stackable shield to all allies.
Oh? You can give your teammate an extra summon?
When Soul Dragon takes action, it dispels one debuff from all allies and provides a shield.
You've kept your word.
You can give your teammate an extra summon?
When Soul Dragon takes action, it dispels one debuff from all allies and provides a shield.
You've kept your word and carried out your conviction to protect everyone. You sure bring a sense of security.
When I use my ultimate, I will deal damage to all enemies and provide a shield to all allies. At this time, Soul Dragon will be enhanced. When it takes action, it will launch a follow-up attack on all enemies.
By using follow-up attacks, Soul Dragon can also build up more shields for the entire team, adding another layer of protection. Take another look at the screen. When Finan is the bondmate and activates his territory, the Soul Dragon can follow him into the effect to safeguard him.
When I use my technique, I will daze the enemies within a certain radius and make the character who triggers combat my bondmate. At the start of the next battle, I will use my skill once on this character without consuming any skill points.
The ability to grant a summon to a teammate will make for a lot of fun combinations.
You'll have to uncover more of these lineup combos. In the game, then.
Our bonds of companionship stand more sturdy than the toughest rocks. You can now trust Don Hung to watch your back in a fight even more.
Now, let's take a look at version 3.6's banners. In version 3.6's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Evernight. The limited 5-star light cone to Evernight stars will also have a boosted drop rate. In the first half, the limited 5-star character the Herda is returning, and at the same time, the limited 5-star light cone Into the Unreachable Veil will become available once again. In version 3.6's second half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Don Hung per Mansortera. The limited 5-star Icon, The Worlds Apart, will also have a boosted drop rate. In the second half, the limited 5-star character Anaxa is returning, while at the same time, the limited 5-star light cone Life Should Be Cast to Flames will become available once again.
Thank you for the introductions, Mr. Albert.
No problem! And I've got even more news. Version 3.6 will also have a new animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.6. Make sure you don't miss it!
Oh, an animated short about Don Hung? Then we'll have to pay close attention. The art style also looks quite unique this time.
The lines and colors are clearly defined, with a very strong 2D feel. It's almost like a mural, and it's definitely very different from the usual animated shorts.
In addition, a mirrored Celestia short about March 7th is also coming soon, so stay tuned!
Well, the animated short isn't the only thing with a unique style. We saw many unique things about March and Don Hung today, too.
Since setting out in the Star Rail, March 7th and Don Hung have been the Trailblazers' closest companions. They've experienced so much together, and they've all quietly gone through various changes throughout the journey. Before the start of this program, Don Hung asked me if he could take this opportunity to say a few heartfelt words to the Trailblazer. Mr. Don Hung?
Thank you, Mr. Albert. Now then. You once asked what trailblazing meant to me. It has taken on thousands of wills and thousands of forms. To trailblaze is to be with those who save themselves. It is to be with all. Trailblaze is to be with those who save themselves. It is to be with all living things. And to be with you. No matter the ebb and flow of fate, even in the face of tempestuous seas, in the name of trailblazing, I will guard your way forward. Calamity undone, lands beneath me. What remains is permanent.
Next. Welcome back, dear viewers. Up next, it's time for the version events. On a warm and sunny day, Professor Naxa announced that he would be going into seclusion for a while to concentrate on his academic research. Before he left, he gave the Trailblazer a special Dromus egg to look after.
Professor Anaxa must trust the Trailblazer very much. He likely thinks the Trailblazer had a lot of fun with Dromuses, so they're well suited for each other.
Well, they both like to eat dirt.
Well, it just so happened that the egg hatched while under the Trailblazer's care.
Yeah, and when I first saw the Trailblazer, he couldn't help but yell out, Papa!
Aww.
Our baby Dromus that's just been born is like the morning sun, starting out with a good foundation and full of endless possibilities. So, as his designated parent, the Trailblazer must take on the responsibility of raising little Dromus into adulthood, one clump of red soil at a time.
But Trailblazer has some experience in parenting. The saga of Primavera Blade is proof of that.
So, what needs to be done exactly?
It is said that Giorios gave all the Dromuses 3 gifts: indestructible musculation, perspective spiracuity, and connective charasplendor. These traits are important indicators that show how well a Dromus is growing. The Trailblazer can schedule daily activities for the Dromus while it's under their care. Aside from studying, you can also take your child out to relax, feed them snacks, play with them, give them a nice hot bath. And based on the Trailblazer's educational methods, the Dromus baby will gain different stats and traits.
This child is just too cute. Those big and shiny golden eyes are just like the Trailblazers.
Like it's their own flesh and, like a child they raised themselves.
Every once in a while, there will be a test to assess overall progress.
Of course, if your child isn't getting the grades you want, don't worry. The Trailblazer can also directly help their child pass the test.
This educational philosophy seems a bit too lenient.
In addition to all of this, the baby Dromus will experience different stories as it grows up and will trigger some special events.
Wow, you can even change its outfit.
Some Chrysos AF friends will also participate in helping the Trailblazer raise the baby Dromus.
With the help and support of so many companions, I believe that the baby Dromus will grow up happy and strong and become the Dromus of its dreams.
During the event, Trailblazers can also obtain rewards such as an avatar. I hope all the Trailblazers enjoy this wonderful Amphorian family time.
Yes!
Can't wait.
Let us now turn to the other version events.
All right. In version 3.6, the event Colorful Mayhem will come online. First, the Seal Slammers event will return in a new multiplayer mode called Double Seals. This time, the Trailblazer can deploy a total of 6 baby seals. 3 of them will be deployed as the main combatants, while the other 3 can be paired with a main team member to help in battle.
So, in addition to considering which seals should be the main combatants, selecting the right supporting seals will also be key to securing a victory.
Aside from Seal Slammers, Origami Bird Clash will also welcome a Best of the Flock mode during this event. A total of 30 contestants will participate in a single competition. The 30 contestants will be ranked, and the contestants who score below a target level will be eliminated at the end of each round.
An Origami Bird remake Battle Royale Edition sounds thrilling and exciting.
Yes! With the Trailblazers' 2 favorite Clash and Slam events coming back together, there should be plenty of clashing and slamming all at once this time.
Well, I heard that this event was also made for Don Hung Seal Master.
Unnecessary.
Version 3.6 also brings another combat event for Trailblazer. One day, Kate, a member of the Penacony Bloodhound family, picked up a dream bubble called Try Not to Laugh Challenge, and she invited the knowledgeable and experienced Trailblazer to participate in this mysterious challenge. In the challenge, some characters will turn into comedians. When the surprise box on the action bar takes action, the comedians can open up a surprise gift from within and provide combat assistance to the team.
During combat, the Trailblazer needs to charge up the surprise box as much as possible and use it to vanquish multiple waves of opponents.
Could such a delightful event be the work of Director Sparkle?
If the masked fools are involved, then Sampo might show up too, right?
Mm-hmm. As the battle progresses, the Trailblazer will be able to unlock more comedians, and they can use different methods to charge the surprise box and activate different combat effects. Time for a true display of your comedic talents. In addition, for Trailblazers looking to challenge themselves and test their limits, we've added a new high difficulty trial in version 3.6 that will be updated periodically. Named Anomaly Arbitration. Anomaly Arbitration will be updated once every version, and Trailblazers will be able to face extremely challenging enemies in this mode.
Extremely challenging? Can you elaborate on that, Mr. Owlbert?
Anomaly Arbitration consists of 3 trial stages and 1 final stage. Trailblazers must form 3 separate teams to take on the trial stages. After completing the trial stages, Trailblazers can assemble any characters into a team to challenge the even more difficult final stage.
It does seem very intimidating.
Once they clear the final stage, Trailblazers can obtain the brand new Interference key item. When using variable dice to reassign subsidiary stats of a 5-star relic, the Interference key can be added to block one subsidiary stat. Preventing that stat from being enhanced during this reroll.
That is very useful. Now there's a higher chance of enhancing key substats.
Yep. In addition to this, Trailblazers can obtain limited time avatar frames and medals based on their score when clearing the stage. Furthermore, there will be a brand new store added in version 3.6. Trailblazers can exchange tokens in the store for rewards, which include the Pet Complainer.
It really is Complainer. So cute. I like to challenge myself, so I'll definitely try this event out.
Tokens are mainly obtained through clearing anomaly arbitration stages. At the same time, you can also use jade feathers to exchange for a certain amount of the new token in each period's priceless jewel store. The store's offerings will continue to expand in the future. Trailblazers will also receive a little surprise gift from Pom Pom on version 3.6. When Trailblazers log into the game, they will obtain an interference key for free and a certain amount of the new token.
Thank you, conductor.
And a certain they will obtain an interference key for free and a certain amount of the new token.
Thank you, conductor.
We'll have to thank Pom Pom then.
All right, time for a short break. There's still more version news to share with you when we come back. Welcome back. Let us continue with more version content. First, our old friend Gift of Odyssey will arrive on schedule in version 3.6.
The Planar Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return. Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
In version 3.6, Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Hidden Salvation is also set to come online. Successfully beat it to obtain 2 relic sets, World Remaking Deliverer and Self-Enshrouded Recluse.
Version 3.6 also brings some system optimizations for everyone. Firstly, the main story replay function previously mentioned will officially come online. Trailblazers can choose to re-experience completed Trailblaze missions, Trailblaze continuances, and companion missions. At the same time, they can freely choose if they wish to view specific cutscenes and cinematics. Now catching up and keeping up with the story will be easier than ever.
And we can rewatch the most exciting clips and animations from the story.
Yes, of course. To help Trailblazers quickly understand the important events of the current version, version 3.6 will also introduce the Journey Highlights function. On the Journey Highlights tab, Trailblazers can quickly view important ongoing and upcoming events. They can also get info about the rewards for the corresponding events.
It's certainly more intuitive now, and the goals are clearer.
Next up, we'll introduce some collaboration news. Honkai Star Rail and 8-Bit Dough are releasing an Evernight themed controller. Purchase a controller and get additional merch and in-game virtual rewards. Pre-orders are now open. Hurry up and grab one.
Yes!
Awesome!
Well, today's special program has now come to an end. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Thank
you,
having
Trailblazers.
me.
Until next time.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bubble tea time.
An all-new large-scale
Oke, menarik. Mic-nya nggak kecolok nggak tuh? Apa namanya? Nggak aktif nggak tuh? Dan tadi aku ngoceh sekian lama, nggak ada. Wah, wah, wah. Aduh, ya udahlah. Pokoknya nih ini menarik sih 3.6. Aku penasaran sama story-nya, pengen gacha si Evernight, tapi masalahnya selanjutnya ada si Kirene. Terus dana yang tadi gratis ya dikasih katanya dan itu berakhir sampai akhir dari 4.0. Terus ada ini, terus banner fase pertama itu si siapa namanya? Si Evernight sama si Deharta. Terus fase kedua itu si Danheng yang baru, Permansor sama si Anaksa. Terus bakalan ada animated sword untuk si story Danheng sama ya kayak video perjalanan, video trailer tentang storynya si siapa namanya, si Mitsuki Mark 7. Wah tolol sih ini aku. Udah tadi ngoceh aduh aku lupa ngecek lagi tadi mic-nya, bodoh lah, tulul. Terus di sini ada ada endgame konten baru ini. Apa tadi arbitrat apa tadi ya namanya? Nih, anomali arbitration. Nih, endgame konten baru yang katanya dikhususkan untuk apa namanya? Weller. Ini mana untuk ngebukanya mesti full star konten endgame yang lain. Pure Fiction, MOC sama Apocalyptic Shadow udah full star semua, baru kebuka ini Anomaly Arbitration. Dan untuk ngemainnya butuh 3 tim gitu ya. Bagus lah sih, ada istilahnya ada apa namanya, ada taman bermain untuk para whaler. Tapi masalahnya ada ini, ada apa namanya, ada nih apa tadi namanya, interference key yang mana tuh bisa ngeblok stat biar jangan ke up gitu kan, gila gitu maksudku. Bakalan ada kesenjangan lebih jauh nggak sih antara whaler dengan ini, dengan player gratisan F2P gitu. Terus ya ini ada biasa event 7 hari, terus ada relic baru, World Remaking Deliverer sama Self Enshrouded Recluse. Aku nggak tahu ini efeknya apaan, ini 2. Dan ya ada terus fitur skip cerita secara full dirilis 3.6, sama ada fitur recap cerita yang bisa kita mainin story-story sebelumnya yang udah lewat, which is nice. Ini bisa ngeliat lagi story kayak gimana dan segala macamnya. Dan nih yang terakhir tadi apa nih, mode game permanen berskala besar yang baru akan segera hadir. Dapat bonus strategis. Ini ya, jangan bilang ini mereka memasarkan ini Honkai Nexus Anima. Oh enggak ding. Explore character combos, activate powerful bombs, try out gameplay exclusive character ability. Apa nih? Currency Wars, ready for launch in version 3.7. Event 3.7. Terlalu cepat nggak sih? Dikasih tahu ya. Currency Wars nggak tuh? Dan kenapa diumumin di sini gitu? Apakah ini eventnya ada yang hal spesial gitu? Ini main kartu gini ya? Jadi card game. Wah menarik sih. Oke, kayak gitulah pokoknya. Oh ya tadi ini juga, aduh, udah lah malas aku. Aduh, kenapa tadi nggak ke ini, nggak on mic-nya? Astaga, tadi tuh aduh, banyak ngoceh di sini di trailer 3.7. Ini mana ini trailernya pas di bagian Mitsuki atau Evernight itu musiknya sih gila sih. Dan sepertinya ya jangan nantilah di story-nya kayak gimana. Aku juga penasaran story kayak gimana. Apakah si Mitsuki-nya bakalan balik lagi dengan Mitsuki Dongo, ataukah ya Mitsuki bakal jadi Evernight selamanya gitu. Apa namanya, jadi individu yang serius yang nggak bisa dongok lagi. Aku penasaran sih kayak gimana akhir dari Evernight atau story dari Evernight nanti, dan Mitsuki juga. Oke, seperti itulah special program 3.6 yang dimana ini cukup singkat sih ininya. Dan juga ada map baru tadi ya, kalau nggak salah. Aku lupa, ada map baru juga tadi. Ada map baru di mana tadi? Ada map baru dan musuh baru nih. Ini musuhnya bentuknya kocak sih. Rada aneh gitu. Dan ini katanya bakalan ada nih, makam agung Titan tanpa nama.
Nameless? Is that...
Titan ke-13. Ini udah pasti Kirene. Soalnya ya betul-betul mirip dengan ER. Ini pasti Kirene, dan di sini kan katanya ada apa tadi katanya?
We learned previously in the story how the two paths of erudition and distract, and more than forces. Perhaps it all has something.
Nih, semua ini berhubungan dengan teman merah muda kita. Orang-orang nggak tahu mungkin bakalan berpikir ke Evernight mungkin yang berkaitan dengan Titan 13. Tapi ya itu jelas itu Kirene sih, alias Alice ya. Itu betul-betul dibuat mirip sih. Titan 13, Hercer ke-13. Oke, menarik. Sama-sama dirahasiakan keberadaannya. Oke lah, seperti itu tadi 3.6 program apa spesial programnya. Kenapa nggak kecolok tadi mic-nya? Jadi rada males jadi.
正面突破か両翼からの包囲か。
刮目してまと暗殺の日。
先手の利を逃してはならないぞ。正面突破か
命名を灯す。
償いたまえ。
盤上の駒となれ。
この身をもってあなたを守り導こう。
明日のために。
茨を越えて。
敗者は灰に勝者は王に。法の名において宣告する。チェックメイトだ。
食えされ。命にさほど価値はない。未来は絶対だ。
いい度胸だね。
黒と白だけでは退屈だ。
永民は亡者再臨。
一気に片付けよう。明日のために。この身をくべよう。烈日よ天を引き裂け。余人よ来世に暁を。
刮目してま暗殺の日。
正面突破。
命名を灯す。
償いたまえ。
盤上の駒となれ。突撃を続けろ。
は万民の先を行くものだ。王は万民の先を行くものだ。これは終点ではなく未来の偉業の礎である。行く先々で皆が我が名を称えるだろう。行く先々で皆が我が名を称えるだろう。行く先々で皆が我が名を称えるだろう。
と安心できる。いつ見ても綺麗ね。あら、会えて嬉しいわ。ねえ、エルシオンの宝物を見てみない？こっちこっち、よーく見てみて。ねえ、すっごく可愛いでしょ。ええ、あなたにもわかるでしょ。誰だって鏡の前を通り過ぎるとき、ふと足を止めたくなることがあるって。だからね、さっき言ったことはあながち間違いじゃないの。だって大事なものはちゃんとここにあるもの。この湖、そう、私の小さな世界こそが一番の宝物なのよ。ねえ、あなたって一人でいるのは好き？私は好きよ。一人で湖面を眺めてブランコに揺られながら遠くへ思いを馳せる。そうしてると気づいた時には寝ちゃってるの。
Dih, kok mic-nya kok kayak gini? Oh, menarik. Dari tadi bermasalah terus mic-nya. Oke. Dari tadi aku bacot. Oke.
夢が幻想に翼を与える。エリシオンで育った子供たちは生まれつきロマンチックな詩人なのよ。
Oke. Ah, cantiknya. Tapi aku pengen versi dewasanya. Coba ceritakan.
嬉しいわ。あなたみたいな聞き手がいるからこそ物語に命が吹き込まれるんだもの。伝説によると、エリシオンの冥境には小さな妖精たちが住んでいるという。
Oke, kita didongeng sama Kirene nih.
世から離れて暮らしていたが、密かに人間の生活に憧れてもいた。そのため村人たちを真似て宴会を開こうと考えたのだが、それには一番大切な人が欠けていたのだ。そして待ちに待ったある日、ようやく冥境の入り口から足音が聞こえてきたのである。妖精たちは一斉に耳を傾け、あらこの物語の主人公も真剣に耳を傾けてるみたいね。
Rasakan tuh yang lembut perlahan meliputi pikiranmu dan kamu pun tenggelam ke dalam mimpi yang paling dalam. Mem. Oh, bukan ding, bukan mem. Aku ada dalam cerita ini.
主人公は世界の本質に気づいただけでなく、鋭いセリフを口にした。でも、
Aduh, skip. Really mem gak tuh?
キレちゃんが英雄を探してきてくれた。
Burem penglihatannya.
客人が来る予感はしていた。枝に吊るされたカンパナが24回目の音を響かせ、花迷路迷宮を救う客人よ。
違う違う、村長さん、お客さんはこっちだみゃ。
記憶力も視力も少しばかり悪くなったとはいえ、迷路迷宮を救う客人
だからお客さんはこっちだってば。
Posisi. Langsung ke Nina saja deh.
あらあら、もう妖精たちと仲良くなったの？さすが、どこへ行っても人気者なのね。あらあら、もう妖精たちと仲良くなったの？さすが。あらあら、もう。
Aduh, masalah di bawah sini aja. Oke.
村長、それにレラミンも久しぶりね。約束通り来たわよ。
Tunggu, kenapa kamu ada di dalam cerita juga?
候補、彼女は物語に登場する人物の一人。エリシオンで生まれたごく普通の少女。
Sama-sama mudah mengemaskan gak tuh?
キュレネと同じ名前で、同じように純真で可愛いというだけである。即興創作は難しいの。少しくらい多めに見てちょうだい。その代わり、あなたのパートはかっこよく語ってあげるから。
ここはやっぱり私から説明しよう。荒れ果てたレストラン再建のため
Membantu restoran, oke.
美味しいものが食べたい。でも僕たちお願い。
Nggak bisa masang nggak tuh?
妖精はお腹がすくと世界を滅ぼしたくなっちゃうんだ。
Oke, kita disuruh jadi koki, jadi tukang masak. Ternyata penempatan yang begini ya.
まあ、とにかくそういうこと。オンパロスのためにもレストランを立て直して妖精たちの小さなお願いを叶えてあげましょう。
Demi dunia, aku tidak akan tolak. Ini salah nih, bukan demi dunia. Demi Kirene, aku tidak akan tolak.
ついに案内は私に任せて。見せてあげるわ。迷宮の中にある小さなレストランを。こっちよ。みんなもう会場の準備をしてるわ。
みんな？
Semua orang. Apa nih? Pengunjung kerajaan peri, cepat baca. Baca cepat, salah. Jadi tadi suruh kemana? Oh, ke atas. Ada Aglea, ada Cerydra juga.
経営には多くの煩雑な雑務が伴いますが、それでもリーダーになろうというのですか？
招待を受け、妖精たちの住処に来た以上、僕自ら動くのが筋というものだ。でなければ、カイザーという立場にあぐらをかいて責任から逃れようとしているように見えるだろう。
Kenapa ada mereka berdua?
紹介するまでもないと思うけど、アグライアとケルドラは権力を持ったお偉いさんで、チームマネジメントが得意なの。キュレネが店長を見つけたという話は聞いていたが、実際に会ってみると、この僕、奥平魔同盟のリーダーであ
Pengawas restoran nggak tuh?
り、生徒のカイザーでもあるケリュドラがレストランマネージャーの役目を引き受けよう。経営について何か知りたいことがあれば遠慮なく僕に聞くがいい。
肝心のチームビルディングについてはすでに手を打っています。
Mereka berdua siapa?
戻ってくる頃でしょう。
Oh, Penon sama Tribi.
もうプレオープン用のメニューも考えてあるんだ。どれも僕の
Oke. Ini aku percepat aja. Kepala koki nggak tuh? Oke, di sini Pak Indonesia bisa masak ya. Nah, ini restoran resmi bertugas. Dan untuk SPK udah. Kenapa rupanya Krisan? Oke, ini kayak gimana? Event dinner desk kah ini? Amati pemerintahan pelanggan lalu tekan hidangan di menu untuk memesan ke dapur. Setelah melakukan pemesanan, dapur akan menyiapkan makanan sesuai urutan. Kamu bisa memesan lebih awal dan menyimpan hingga 3 porsi untuk setiap jenis hidangan. Setelah makanan siap, gelembung di atas kepala pelanggan akan menyala tekan untuk mengatur pelayan agar mengantarkan makanan. Sekarang pesan ke dapur. Tekan gelembung yang menyala untuk mengatur pengiriman makanan. Dan yang gratis cuy, bisa fokus yang lain. Iya, bener. Dari leak. Aku udah nengok leaknya kan. Ya, meskipun aku 50-50 percaya dengan leak, tapi ternyata benar leaknya. Gratis dan hang. Dan itu lama loh. Kupikir bakalan satu patch gitu. Ternyata sampai 4.0. Sampai 4.0 baru berakhir event apa gratisnya itu. Bukan event sih lebih tepatnya. Lebih tepatnya itu bisa diklaim sampai 4.0 berakhir. Itu gila sih. Dan tadi juga di dari special program tadi, dari sedikit penjelasan mengenai si Danheng yang baru, itu cukup gila sih ini ya, kitnya. Kalau makanan tidak disajikan sebelum kesabaran habis, pelanggan akan marah dan pergi loh. Oke. Oh no. Tidak. Gue malah bingung mau ngambil siapa. Oh, aku nggak bingung sih. Aku udah menentukan kira nih. Nabung untuk 3.7. No. Kalau kau ngincar siapa? Ngincar ini kah? Evernight kah? Atau nabung untuk si Kirenenya kah? Dan Evernight juga bagus sih tadi. Tapi dia lebih ke tim Memo Sprite ya. Sedangkan Castores aku nggak apa istilahnya, nggak maksimal gitu. Nggak ada lightcon signaturnya. Nunggu yang disuka aja lah. Emangnya belum ada yang kau suka kah karakternya? Aku sih udah fix nunggu Kirene sih. Wait. Oh, belum ada kah karakter yang kau suka? Oke. Aduh, Yasin. Kok di patch ini ada gacha kah? Gacha Island atau gacha si Cerydra atau gacha karakter Irannya ada kah di patch ini?
私に小動物に料理を振る舞う趣味はあり。
こう見えてここに来た時一番興奮してたのは
Nggak ada. Oke, berarti bakalan nabung banyak stellar jet kok.
これは錬金術の奇跡
なんて言いながらあの子たち
そこまではしませんよ。
それもダメだ。おしゃべりに夢中になりクレータンは畑について知りたいんですよね。じゃ
Aduh. Menanam tanaman membutuhkan dana. Tekan atau geser ya ada kosong ladang untuk menanam. Game apa ini? Game HSR. Honkai Star Rail. Dapat apa? Ayo. Oke. Udah kan? Nengok ininya. Lumayan lah nabung-nabung. Iya sih itu banyak sih aku nabungnya. Tadi aku tuh gacha ini, gacha Cerydra. Gacha Cerydra ya kepake sih red on-nya. Pertama red off kan. Sampai di PT apa di soft PT nggak dapet Cerydra, terus aku gacha lagi. Untung aja dapet di PT rendah. Baru dapet si Cerydranya. Dan itu pun red on-nya belum dapet. Nggak tahu nih mau aku dapetin atau enggak, atau aku tabung aja untuk kirinya nanti. Bingung sih aku. Terlalu berdekatan ini ya banner. Dan sebenarnya aku pengen gacha, ada niat gacha Evernight meskipun ya tim remembrance aku nggak maksimal. Soalnya aku suka desainnya, suka karakternya, cuman masalahnya tuh selanjutnya tuh kira nih Ellie gitu. Yang nggak mungkin ku skip. Nih nunggu berapa lama ini? Oh harus kembali. Tunggu sehari, oke.
2人は理性の楽譜の専門。それにしてもなんだか眠くなってきたからまた明日ここで会いましょう。
Saya mah suka meres player. Sebenarnya nggak meres, kitanya aja terlalu ego untuk dapetin semuanya. Sebenarnya aku nggak butuh amat sih. Evernight nggak butuh, Cerydra cuman nggak butuh sih Cerydra. Terus ya gitulah, karena ego gue jadi pengen gacha gitu. Kalau Kirene itu wajib sih, itu nggak mungkin nggak aku gacha, itu wajib. Oke. Gue bawa Sally Blazer nggak tuh? Rumah makan labirin. Oke. Ini aja lah. Rumah makan labirin lebih enak didengar. Oke. Ini kemudahan. Kapan ini udahannya? Gue sih aman-aman aja gacha kalau ada yang suka, nggak pusing. Kenapa tuh? Kenapa aman? Oh, karena ini ya, strategimu ini ya. Dari nabung banyak. Masalahku lagi cekak nih stellar jetnya. Tapi tabunganku masih banyak sih. Penakoni mapnya tuh belum selesai. Terus apa namanya tuh, simulated universe yang spesial itu, yang dari awal itu tuh belum selesai. Yang aduh, sumpah ya ngerti, nggak usah dikasih tahu dong. Wah, kocak. Aku yang simulated universe yang itu yang tentang Swarm itu juga belum selesai tuh, dari Swarm, terus yang Gold and Gear juga belum, terus yang terakhir juga itu belum. Banyak sih tabunganku, jadi aman-aman aja sih juga untuk gacha kiri nanti. Gue kering semua kecuali map ampuh sekarang, sisa udah clear semua. Oh, aku belum. Sengaja itu untuk tabungan. Untuk tabungan darurat kayak gini lah. Ini kayaknya aku udahan dulu lah ya. Aku ada urusan dan live-nya juga ada 2 jam gitu. Oke lah kalau gitu. Thanks buat Krisan yang udah mampir. Dan tadi gacanya juga ya cukup inilah. Cukup busuk sih aku bilang. Oke lah begitu. Sampai jumpa di live stream ASR berikutnya. Dadah.